Hello, I'm Cabinet, and welcome to Season 2 of the Pokemon X podcast.
And I'm Recon, and I'm standing by to take your calls. With me is Rick Xeros for his third appearance on the podcast.
Hey, guys.
And with us for the first time is my friend Kaly, who we dragged along on our little trip that we will talk about soon.
Oh, hello, everyone.
And we are broadcasting live from, well, it's not going to be live because, we're recording this and then we're uploading it for, tomorrow. But live from National Harbor, Maryland at MAGFest-X! That's 40. It's just 10. If you say 10 4 times, they're going to believe it's... never mind.
Well, yes, we're back with the podcast. If you've noticed the trend, we still don't have Lance because it's early in the morning for him and he's asleep.
Yeah, by there it's 7 a.m. and he should be waking up in the morning.
He has got to get fresh. He's got to go downstairs, and we already did this before we started recording.
But it never gets old. Yeah, no Lance. We did warn him weeks in advance, but what are you gonna do?
He should be back for next week, I'm assuming, as long as we don't record this early.
Yeah, what we need to do is go back and cut Lance out of the podcasts he's been in, and just make people think Lance is this phantom character who just doesn't exist, and we just make him up. But
go on.
I honestly forgot what I was going to say.
Well, I forgot too.
We're a bit out of practice, if you guys can't tell.
This is a great start. We're chugging along I don't know. I forget again.
Like trains.
It's too early.
MLG Pro Trains. If you haven't seen that video, go and see it. God damn, that is the best video ever.
Yeah, Cabinet and I have been
that'll be the new intro for this podcast.
No.
But what? We're XXXX triple X rated.
No, it's gonna be
dubstep.
It's gonna be that Kanye West song from
Kanye West.
Whatever his name is. It's just one of those stupid.
You young whippersnappers and your rap music. That's you.
Hey, Kanye West.
Grab me my cane.
No, I meant my music.
Grandpa, what I tell you?
Pronounce his name because I keep doing this. How is it pronounced? I don't listen to that.
Kanye. The N comes before the Y.
K-A-N-Y.
Okay, I thought it was Kane or what?
Con?
Con? Kanye! Let me stop you for a minute. Star Trek 3 was the best Star Trek ever made of all time.
Oh, if any of you guys are on Twitter, Kanye West recently put out the best tweet ever, which was something like, oh, what the hell? Spirited Away is not better than Akira. This is bullshit. Or, sorry guys, I'm just getting mad at YouTube anime lists.
Akira is the best anime of all time.
You'll know that this happened because, on Twitter, I promptly made 50 jokes about this and then changed my avatar to Kanye West with anime eyes.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought he looked like a South Park character.
It's one step from the TV horror.
Well, to be fair, Spirited Away isn't really all that good. It's okay.
I liked it.
I liked it, but it's really not the best Miyazaki film.
No, but it's pretty.
Yeah, but Princess Mononoke is so much better.
Look, the important thing is that Kanye West didn't like it.
Yes, which is why we should spam him with it.
Well, he can eat a fish stick.
I do have this this mental image of Kanye coming out on stage with the Naruto headband and the katana and just going what, you guys don't like my new look?
He's like, hey, Akira's the best film of all time. Believe it. Oh, okay, but yeah, we've got some pretty good news for a lot of people on the forums, and I guess people who newcomers as well. Cabinet.
We do. Oh yes. I was going to make I was going to make a joke like, oh hey, Recon like updated 3 times, but I wasn't prepared. You messed up my cue and now I lost. I was supposed to interrupt you.
I interrupted you, so let's
yeah,
go.
In my train of thought. Is this about the Minecraft thing?
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, we have set up. We always had the Minecraft server for the past it's nearly a year now, but we've now changed over hosts, and
Host was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was.
They were always down. Whenever we needed something done, we'd email them, and then it would take like a week or 2 to get back to them. And it's Servercraft. Just for anybody who wants to start their own server, their own Minecraft server, don't go to Servercraft. Horrible customer service. They're about what we're paying now is about half of what we were paying for them, and I think we actually have more space and more allotment of people.
We have around about the same amount.
Oh, but
half the price. The only thing I will say that Servercraft had going for them was that they were very user friendly.
Yeah, but I mean, like with this one, now that we've figured stuff out, it's pretty user friendly.
But Servercraft is more like Servercraft did like MyMacAdmin, which was a very useful thing to have. But if we're paying twice as much for MyMacAdmin, it's not really worth it. So
yeah, even with MyMCAdmin or what? I know the MC stands for Minecraft, and it is easier to say McAdmin, but I'm thinking McDonald's for some reason.
Yeah.
But it being down like 60% of the time.
Yeah, there was a lot of downtime.
Have you even heard back from them at all?
About the cancellation?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you even say, hey, since ours was, can we get a refund on that last month since it was only up for like 2 days?
No, I haven't. But yeah, so we moved to a new map, or we have a new starting place, which is inside a Pokeball.
Reminiscent of our old starting place from the last attempt at the last server.
Yes, if you were there for that like 5 minutes that was up, you would have noticed the similarities. But yeah, we seem to be doing pretty well. So, if you have Minecraft and you want to join the server, just throw me Cabinet your name. Yeah, literally throw it to me. I want you to come into my back garden and like just tie your Minecraft username to a stone, like write on a piece of paper or tie it to a stone, just throw it through my window.
You said throw me cabinet, and I was like, throw you a cabinet.
Oh no. No, I want people to do that. That's how you get. That's how you become a mod.
Emergency cabinet.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to tell that little?
We'll tell that about when we start talking about our trip to MAGFest. We'll talk about the emergency cabinet.
Okay, so will we move on to the surprise that you've been keeping from?
I'll bring it up during the discussion about MAGFest because it involves something. But real quick about the Minecraft server. Read the rules if you decide to join. We're being a bit more strict this time around as far as just where you're building, because like last time we've had people just build random like in the middle of nowhere and then like abandon it and just build structures and like everything like every city had like 3 or 4 houses belonging to the same person. And it was just kind of a bit, and I kind of want our main city to look like a big metropolis. Like at least, you can walk down the street and it almost kind of looks like, a city, even though like there's a cake shop that looks like a cake, and that's kind of kitschy, but.
Well, you should see the thing that's now beside it. I gave permission, so it's okay. They're making a guy called Mario Bro and some numbers that I can't remember is making a doctor's house, and it's shaped like a Dr. Mario pill.
It needs to be called Look Left and Cough. But I'm trying to think of anything else about the Minecraft server.
It's like that bad joke where the man goes in for the prostate exam, and the doctor puts a hand on his shoulder and asks him to cough. So he does, and the doctor tells him to relax. So he does, and then he feels the doctor's other hand on his shoulder.
Oh.
Yep.
That's a bit wrong. But okay. I keep saying, but it's been forever. I mean, since I've done the podcast, it feels.
Look, Recon. In our break, Recon has taken up meditation.
Yes, but as far though, I need to. Okay, and I learned in public speaking you're not supposed to say but I keep saying it. With the Minecraft server, if you do wish to build your own city, we do recommend you build it extremely, extremely far away. That way, your expansion and our expansion clash like too close. And they can clash eventually, and we'll put this is the border between our towns. But right now, we do wish to expand a lot. And as soon as I can get home and have because here the internet is not so good. There are about what do you think? Like how many people do you think are here at MAGFest this year?
Around about 7.
What I heard, like double what we had last year.
Which is
I don't remember the exact number. That's just what I've heard.
Thousands of people, maybe
Billions.
I don't know, billions of years ago.
We have literally 5 people at MAGFest.
3 of which are in this room.
The other 2 are like Jon St. and Ego Raptor. Is Ego Raptor gone?
I think he's here. I don't know, but
Outridge is there. I don't know.
Here, I met him a while ago when I was fixing the sound for his panel he was doing. Though we do. I don't know. I want to say a lot, like maybe 2,000 people. I don't know if it's that much. I don't ever have the numbers in front of me, but it's at least 1,000 people.
I believe it. 2,000
and in this hotel, all of them gamers, all of them probably using the internet as well. So bandwidth is kind of shot, but And
then there's the other people we can't account for who.
Oh yeah,
there was some other weird event going on.
There's another convention going on here, and I think a wedding, and whoever isn't renting rooms is probably, there's like a weird DreamWorks thing here, so there's a lot of like families bringing their kids. It's almost like the really, really cheap version of Disneyland on this side.
Yeah.
If you can't get to Florida. But yeah.
Instead of getting Mickey Mouse ears, you get a smug eyebrow.
No, you get Shrek ears.
Oh, okay.
Or the lion's mane from Madagascar.
Way to ruin my joke, jeez. God, Rico.
As I've mentioned in previous podcasts, I've talked about MAGFest a bit. MAGFest it was originally the Mid-Atlantic Gaming Festival, but it is now the then when
music and games.
Yeah, it's music and game festival. This is its 10th year, and we are in National Harbor, Maryland, or I don't know if it counts as DC or whatever, but we are right on the coast of the Potomac. It's almost like it's little like almost it's like it's a small city here. They've got a convention center, and everything is just sort of grouped together. Like you walk down, and there's all these restaurants and like fossils. Or what are like the Fossil Watches, that brand name? There's like a place down there, and I actually was going in there looking for maybe like Velociraptor fossils, and I was like kicked out.
This hotel we're having, it's also really, really ritzy compared to the ones we've had in the past. They have a jewelry store instead, or well, at least we thought they had it.
And you know how
instead
you
of
wanted pizza last
store.
night?
Yeah.
There's a pizza place down there.
Are you serious?
Yes, and a sports grill.
They freaking hide this stuff, I swear.
I know, we're going to have to eat there.
Like, the only shop we found initially was this jewelry store, and we couldn't fathom for the life of us why they had a jewelry store in this place.
And the fucking zirconium tasted like shit.
Yeah! You'd think they could get a more quality product than that.
Going down the back alleys to find some pizza.
Yeah.
I can't believe there's a pit wall.
There are places. There's like a Subway and this really good sandwich shop down the street. But yeah, there are places in the hotel. And I mean, Kaly doesn't like the cold. So when we went out yesterday, we were worried it was going to be cold, but it was like a really nice day, so she ended up taking off her coat, and it was rather nice. And Rick injured himself, as he always does in the course of his duty, and he kind of hurt his foot, and he doesn't like to walk too much because he doesn't have the time to just get off of it and heal, so. It's like he goes and he does his stuff during the day because we're all MAGFest staff here right now.
Yeah, and we all have shifts we have to get to.
Yeah.
And
so see you guys later.
Yeah, basically the only time I've really been moving has been to go to my shift and then come back to the hotel room. And I've tried to go around and look at everything, but it's just not worth it at the moment.
Today needs to be our day to go get souvenirs and stuff.
Yeah.
And normally Rick does like to move it, but
that was the plug for Madagascar Land. The team resort and DreamWorks.
Actually, the lemurs from Madagascar are actually in our room staring at me, making sure I made the plug.
With a gun to your head.
They're holding guns.
And the big guy who he's nodding slowly at me like, "Good, your job is done."
Maybe it's just because I haven't seen Madagascar in a while, but I don't think that's how they sound like, Recon.
I don't know. It's the lemur who's the assistant to the king. That's who I was just.
Oh, I was thinking of the penguins. Where'd I get the lemurs out of? I was thinking.
The lemurs are the things that are on the island.
Yeah, but the penguins. Look, the penguins are much more memorable.
You've done your job, Rico. You can go now. Penguins, time to exit. But okay, our trip here. I should start with that. We all live in Oklahoma. Kaly is someone I go to school with, and who I have annoyed for several years, and managed to drag her with me down here. Although chaining her up was the hard part.
Unchaining her was the even harder part.
Kaly lives in Tulsa, which is a bit further from where we go to school. Her family lives there, and she was there for the holidays. And so we, instead of enjoying an extra like 3 or 4 days there sleeping in, we brought her back early, and she moved into her apartment, and she stayed at my place so we could make sure that she was up in time to go to the airport, because we had to leave at about 4 or 4:30 to be there at 5 a.m. to be an hour early for our flight at 6 a.m.
Wait, you only had to be an hour? Oh yeah, because
Yeah, because security takes so long.
No, because it's only an hour because you're there. I have to be there like 3 or 4 hours in advance if I'm ever going anywhere.
Well, see, and the being there an hour early is mostly so that we can get on the list to be on the flight ahead of time, and sure that our luggage will actually get there.
My 3 or 4 hours before is a requirement, and if you don't get there, you're not getting on the flight.
But so the plan was we were gonna go to sleep really early after having a really good meal, and then be there and be all ready for the flight. So Kaly and I had our itinerary. We were gonna go see a movie with a friend, go to sleep or eat, and then go to sleep and then be ready. So we followed the itinerary. Our friend stayed over till about 11 p.m. We ended up eating some more and staying up all night watching Kamen Rider.
Which one did we watch? Forza for a little while?
We watched Forza, and then we watched some Deno.
Yeah, that's right, Deno.
And so we were very well rested for the flight.
Yeah.
And so we get there. My granddad had to drive us because I didn't want to leave my car there at the airport. And immediately as we're driving, he forgets to take the turn he was supposed to take. So I was like, I'm glad we left a little early, because then we wouldn't have gotten there on time. So, and also another funny story. Kaly doesn't like flying, and my granddad started telling all these horrible stories to get her ready for the flight.
The plane got shot full of holes when he.
Yeah, he was in the war, and he was talking about flying and like how his plane was shot over France while the Germans occupied it, and it was just all these like horror stories about like he was gonna leave. He was on it when he was a boy. He was flying out somewhere, and a plane hit his plane on the runway and broke the wing off, and Kaly's just, I can hear her stomach going in preparation of like getting ready to throw up on the flight.
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
You see, there's the difference, because I'm listening to this story and I'm going like, oh my god, I want to hear more.
Well, and
Yeah, you're a history buff. But...
Aye.
with that in mind, the first time Recon and I went to MAGFest, we had to fly through St. Louis. And on that flight, I had brought my coat and I'd stored it under the seat in front of me. And as we were flying, some kid, like in the seat in front of us, just started barfing all over the floor. And I got all jacket.
Yeah. So we had to fly to St. Louis this time. That's what.
Yeah,
and
we had to fly to St. Louis this time again.
And I kept making jokes. I was like, Rick, don't put your coat under the seat.
Well, and you know, we already knew there was a slight chance Kaly might barf, so I was like holding on to it for dear life. No, not this time. Not this time.
I wouldn't barf in malice on any of your things.
In malice. But in jest, she would. No pun intended, but in jest.
Oh.
But yeah, we were kind of like,
me once, shame on me.
There was that luck factor, and Kaly, we were trying to explain to her we are flying by luck, and she was like, no, it's not luck. I'm like, no, this is luck, and we managed to have really good luck with this flight. We got to everything pretty early, and we got to the hotel like about, I think, 15 minutes early.
We actually surprisingly ended up with some pretty empty flights. I mean, I already knew that they wouldn't have very many people on them, but at the same time that we got whole rows to ourselves was pretty nice.
Yeah, with empty flights, sans the screaming children behind us.
Oh God!
I think the flights just like employ kids to like do that, because every single flight I've been on, there's some sort of kid wailing.
Yeah. Well, to me, it's not just the kids; it's the really stupid parents who just sit there and beg their kids to stop. Oh,
no,
please,
it's not even that.
please.
No, we had that kid behind us, and he was kicking the seats and making noise, and every once in a while his mom would turn over and be like, "Stop that."
Yeah.
No.
Stop that.
The worst kids are the one. No, sorry. The worst parents are the ones who just don't give a shit, and they let their kids literally run around the plane.
Yeah.
Well,
if you've got like a seat that's near the aisle, when the kid you're trying to go to sleep because god damn it, you've had so little sleep in the past while, but this kid keeps running up and down and hits you in the elbow, waking you up again.
Yeah, I would trip that child so that when he falls down and cries, and just like his mom is like, and everyone just kind of knows like, hey, you're a bad mom. You let your child just run around rampant, and now he got hurt. I mean, I wouldn't do it to where the kid would die. I mean, it would just be like a little life lesson for the kid. Hey, okay, I should maybe behave myself.
I wouldn't hurt the kid. I'd hurt the parent. Seriously.
And as a parent goes to like retrieve their fallen child, I trip them too. And then I throw my cup of like ice from my drink at them.
No, just discreetly pop the little carry-on thing overhead.
Oh God! I just let it all pour out.
You stand up.
Oh wow, that's so unfortunate. Oh, that turbulence.
You stand up and like, oh hey, like it looks like you're gonna help them, but you actually just pick up the ice and put it back in your cup.
Oh, what a horrible accident! And I just pick up my ice and like just sit it back on my cup and just like look around like.
Sorry, I spilled the ice. What are you gonna? I'm gonna leave it there.
But from what we had figured out for our flights, it was supposed to be, we go to St. Louis and then we go to Baltimore.
Yeah.
And and Kaly was like, okay, just 2 takeoffs and two landings, I can handle that. And then we get to St. Louis and we find out there's like a stop in Columbus, Ohio, and so.
Yeah, well, I mean, we didn't have to get off the plane at that point. It's just we had to, wait for a second, then take off again, and
the uppy downy and the uppy downy and the G-force of the wood and the going up and the roundness.
And she didn't even have to ride one of the old Southwest planes, which had backwards seats.
But I am horrible when it comes to consoling people when they're not like. So I'm just making jokes, hoping that the laughter might help, and it's just making things worse. So okay, we got there. We got to St. Louis, no problem. We got to our next our next gate, which I was worried about because we had 30 minutes to do it, and I didn't know if we were gonna. And we did get there early.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if we'd have enough time.
Our
to
flight was actually really early. All of our flights were.
Yeah, because planes usually board 30 minutes before the flight, and so with 30 minutes to go, we were worried there might be a problem. And we found the Columbus thing. We found out about the Columbus thing, and then that kind of worried us a little bit.
Columbus
But
thing?
going to Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, a place, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just because it was an extra stop for Kaly. And
So,
so
but, I super packed, so I had like Tums and various things.
oh yeah,
to help.
Rick is always the master of travel. I'm the master of like getting the hotel and getting our tickets to MAGFest, but Rick is the master of travel. Like he brings the vitamin C that keeps us from getting deathly ill while we're here and dealing with like people who are probably sick themselves, coughing in a place that's like 30 degrees most like.
Yeah.
And
God, it's cold.
Yeah, it was nice yesterday though. But he brings medicine like just
Tums.
Tums that were keeping Kaly from throwing up.
That was my breakfast, lunch, and dinner that day.
Yeah.
Tums and Dr. Pepper, 2 glasses of ginger ale.
Some nuts.
Was that like put into like a cereal thing, like where you just had a bowl of like Tums and like Dr. Pepper was the milk?
But I mean, yeah, because of Rick, we are surviving. Just because we would probably be all laying down, just like coughing and sneezing and probably other bodily like secretions from various orifices. But with the vitamin C drops he gives us, we're good. So okay, and here's where it starts getting to the bad part of the journey. Well, I don't know if it's okay. It's like either Kaly throwing up or Kaly being too cold, because
I
Kaly's.
didn't actually vomit.
No, you
the
didn't.
entire course of
But
the
that's
trip.
what we were worried about.
Yeah.
Oh, I was worried too. Believe you me, I felt that shit.
Kaly is a very petite person and not very good with the cold, which is horrible if she lives in Oklahoma where it goes anywhere from like -10 to 110
Yeah.
within
16 actually.
with any given day,
Yeah.
within one day.
Yeah.
Not kidding.
And so it's lower than 30 degrees when we get off the plane, and we have to wait
Yeah.
for a bus. And Kaly's wearing Birkenstock shoes with no socks on.
I didn't assume we'd be out in the cold and the elements that long. I thought we were just walking in buildings.
So we have to wait 30 minutes for a bus. And we get on the bus, and so we get a chance to warm up a bit. And then we have to wait no, we didn't have to really wait for the subway. But we did. But the escalator was broken, and she had to haul her bag up I think 2 stories of stairs.
Yeah, not that bad.
I just ran up the escalator. Not hinder me a bit.
And so she took a nap a bit on the subway, but it was
Did
still
I?
kind of cold. I think you did.
I don't remember. I might have.
Yeah, you did. You took a nap on
Did I
there.
really pass
Yeah.
out
Oh, yeah.
with my face on my
And
To
leg?
be fair, we had to ride the Green Line just the whole way.
Yeah, it took
18
about a good
stops.
it wasn't.
Yeah, it was
18
18 stops.
18 stops. And it wasn't very warm on there, but it was still kind of warm. Not kind of warm. It was still really.
It
was a bit
was
cold.
tolerable.
It
Yeah.
was that moist, greasy warmth of people in
And
a place.
Kaly's got like this huge pillow skin coat on, as she calls it, because it looks like she killed a pillow and used it to make a coat.
Mhm.
Rick's got pants on in his coat, and I'm standing there in shorts.
Yeah.
I'm just like do, and it doesn't bother me.
He's gone out in shorts with no coat. I've seen him do it in this weather.
Yeah, barefoot. Like
Yeah.
like the other night when I was kind of like pissed off, I went for a walk all the way down there, like
Mhm.
past the CVS pharmacy, and like I had no shoes on, and it was like 20 degrees. But and then I came back here and I was like, I forgot my phone. But
This feels like a Scotland summer, right?
and then we have to wait for the other bus after the subway stop, and that's when it was a bit colder, and you could tell Kaly and Rick were pretty much at the end of their ropes, just as far as like dealing with this. And then finally we did get on the bus, and we had to walk again to the hotel, and it was still kind of cold. And then we couldn't find the proper entrance to the hotel.
There was like this little trick entrance that just kind of
Yeah.
went to the side of the hotel.
It's like there's like plants and stuff, so you think, okay, and there's windows. So we get there, and it's like 2 solid metal doors shut after like a turn to where you can't see them at the end of the path. You have to turn, and like right as you turn, it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
So we have to go all the way back, and then we finally get in there, and we finally get to our room, and it's nice and happy. And then I think, what was the next thing we did? Get food?
Buy jewelry.
Thing.
No, that was later that night.
Well, I think next we went to go help out
Oh yeah.
downstairs with
Oh, with the arcade machines.
machines and all
Yeah.
that.
And
Yeah.
Then we came. We were gonna order a pizza, and it took them 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's that. Okay, Domino's has that thing now that if you order online, you can actually watch like a progress bar for your pizza. And it said it had been delivered like half an hour before it was actually delivered to us.
Yeah.
Maybe
I was
maybe he was just having trouble with the entrance.
No, because he finally called and said, yeah, I'm gonna be there in like a minute or so. But it was like, I don't know, because I paid for it online, so I thought maybe they just gave it to the wrong person. So I was kind of pissed. And then like I realized like I went down there without my wallet because they need my ID and my credit card to make sure it's me. And then I was like, fuck. So I had to call Rick, and this is like after Rick hurt his leg. And so Rick's got to like limp down there with my wallet to get us.
And I'd forgotten about the elevators, so I went all the way around to the nearest escalator, which was way across the hotel.
And the thing was, Kaly was like the hungriest of us. And she was just so tired of waiting for it, she just fell asleep and didn't eat until like that morning.
I wasn't tired of waiting. I was tired. I was dead ass tired.
But we're all a part of media operations for MAGFest, which basically we sit at the back of panels and record them and make sure nobody comes and screws with any of the equipment.
Yeah.
Rick and Kaly have some of the like better jobs. Where like Rick is on call, and instead of he didn't have to walk, so he just got to sit and watch videos all day.
That was the best job ever. I got to spend the whole time watching Hey Ash, What You Play.
Which is a pretty good series, and the people who make that series are here at MAGFest. And they brought their dad with them, Papa Birch, who in the series is like infamous for just being like a badass. If you ever get this, have you ever seen the series, Cabinet?
I have not, no.
You need to watch it. You will like it. It's video game. It's like video game inspired comedy.
Sometimes they do scenes from like movies or video games, just kind of like recreate them.
Yeah, just
and
to be
it's pretty funny and random.
Um,
and they make a lot of random Metal Gear Solid references too.
Oh yeah, their dad is like Big Boss.
Yeah.
They are really awesome. They're it's a brother and sister, and they're very sweet in person. Even though like you watch the videos and you think like Ashley is this crazy psycho bitch and Anthony's an asshole, in person they're very nice. And I always try and get their panel just because I love talking to them. What else? Oh yeah, Kaly had like a job as a runner, and then she was basically just sit next to Recon and see if he needs anything. And so I was like, crap, I forgot to put on deodorant. Kaly, will you go back to the room and grab my deodorant and bring it back here, please? And then also,
I think I'm scheduled as a runner at some point today too.
I'm scheduled to have the runs later.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, our first day, we had to set up the console room, which has hundreds of our Atari, Nintendo 64s, well, basically anything Atari up to the current ones, like PS3, Xbox 360, and I don't know, was there a Wii there?
I don't know, but I will say the PS3s they had were the good ones.
Yeah.
They have the older...
The ones that like you can't sit anything on because they'll slide off because they have that oval top design.
And they're still backwards compatible and delicious.
Rick ate a few.
Yes.
But we had to deliver the arcade machines.
To gain their power.
There are over 150 arcade machines. And these are the big arcade machines, the coin-op ones. And we had to unload all of those out of trucks.
No, because the ones we had to we helped unload were especially worrisome because they were like old pinball machines. Oh yeah, there was a Doctor Who pinball machine, which I was just like, oh god, don't let that thing fall, whatever you do.
And that was it's good work. It's work you kind of feel a little better for. I mean, you're tired and you're sore, but you feel good for doing at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. And our marketplace this year is okay. And I forgot to talk more about the hotel.
Yeah.
Okay, our last hotel at the Hilton Alexandria We had, 20-something floors?
I don't
26,
remember. It was a really, really big tower. And I mean,
Yeah.
It's
26 floors. We had the last 3 MAGFests there, and
there was like 3 elevators.
Yeah, 3 elevators for
about
800 to 1,000 people.
Yeah, and
2 of them were broken at any given time.
And all of them were always full,
Yeah.
especially because of those elevator party jackasses.
Yeah, there was a service elevator that we would always use.
Yeah, but
and it was lucky
because
enough to be
staff.
right next to our room.
Yeah,
we could just open the door and there's our room right there. We just quickly go across the hall. But this place, it's 18
huge.
floors, but they've got 30 elevators.
Yeah, and the marketplace this year is just vastly
they doubled. I think 150% more
they have
space for marketplace.
They had people on waiting lists
to
get in there.
They had 30 people on the waiting list. And the thing is, the marketplace is where you go and buy souvenirs. There's somebody selling the badges from Pokemon. For all the games.
And Team Rocket shirts.
Team Rocket shirts and a bunch of other... There's a lot of Pokemon merchandise. I bought a Master Ball earlier, which I racked Kaly with on accident.
Yeah.
But did you catch her?
No. She escaped the Master Ball. She's that good.
But I do have ball bruises.
Good night, everybody.
There's this guy selling a bunch of Japanese snacks that they're probably out by now. We need to go get
probably.
Some of those.
They look delicious.
Yeah. There's a bunch of people selling shirts. Shark Robot, who does the shirts for VG Cats, is here.
VG Cats and a lot of other
comics Haylol's shirts are here. And I think they're doing their Magikarp giveaway or it's Murder Carp from their shirt where it has the picture of the Magikarp and it says, "When I evolve, I'm going to kill you all." And if you wear one, you can get Murder Carp, which is a level 100 shiny Magikarp that knows Hyper Beam and other stuff.
There's a few comic sites here too, like Flipside from Keen Space, and what's it, Dave Lister from...
I don't know who Dave works for. But his art is really good.
Well, I know he has a webcomic called... I can't remember the name,
I'll look it up.
Sadly. It's a pretty good comic. I mean, I've only just started it. But...
So he's a fictional character. Oh, he's the guy from Red Dwarf.
MAGFest never existed. You've been outed as a sham. You're not really there.
Damn it, he's onto us.
Recon is disconnected.
I don't see it.
Huh.
Okay, but it's probably because the Dave Lister from Red Dwarf Warsaw the Google.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
You could add comic into the search engine.
I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
well then.
And it came up Red Dwarf comics.
Yeah.
But he's an awesome guy. He's I love him. He's last year he brought his newborn daughter to the convention and dressed her up in gaming clothes. And he's just he loves that daughter of his to death. And it was just everything on his Facebook is just about his daughter. It's so sweet.
There's also which
my lips are chapped to
he's
hell.
working with Hollows, isn't he?
Oh, thank you, Kaly.
I've
got lip grease from Kaly.
This stuff is good for everything.
The guy from Snafu. Isn't he here this
Shark
year?
Robot. I mentioned them.
Okay, yeah.
That's Dave Stanworth.
Yeah. See, I knew it was another Dave. I just couldn't remember his last name.
Harry Partridge is here from his video. I think that's just what it's just. Harry Partridge is just the name of his video, just
channel. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Or Happy Harry, or so it's something along the lines of that.
Ego Raptor's here, the angry video game nerd, that guy with glasses. I know it's some people from that guy with glasses. I don't know if he's actually here.
He wasn't here last year. Yeah. I kind of hope he is this year, but nah. There's a lot of people dressed like him.
And our MAGFest favorite, who is he's our spokesman, not our unofficial. He's basically he is the one guy who needs to be at MAGFest every year just because of how awesome he is. Jon St. John, the voice of Duke Nukem. And Cabinet, I got him to say something special, and I am sending you that link right now.
Okay, here's the surprise. Recon would not let me listen.
You're off Skype. I can't send it to you. Or not off Skype, you're off Steam. Can you go back into Steam real quick, and I'll send you the link?
Okay. Recon sent me to this earlier, and he would not let. I was like, "Oh, well, send to me beforehand." No, you listen to it. No, you will. I'm like, "No, I won't."
I didn't want. I wanted to.
And then Recon beat me.
Yes. I flew to Ireland really fast
and beat him with a potato.
And beat him.
You beat me too.
Oh, Cabinet! Did I tell you? You know what they have here?
You were telling me, but you were going to say this to me, but then you said something about a potato, and then you didn't say it.
They have potatoes here with the Gladys Potato Battery Edition kit.
That's one of the things I want to get.
I want to get one of those too.
It's just so badass.
Okay, preparing download.
And Gladys is actually here too. The voice.
Yeah,
of
the
Gladys.
voice of Gladys.
Yeah, it wasn't who else? The voice, the sniper, aren't they married or something?
Sniper's here.
But her husband, John Patrick Lowry, is here, and I got to meet him the other day, briefly. Huh?
Okay, hold on.
The biggest thing that's here at least is
Rick and Kaly, who are losing their shit for this. They want to see Nobuo Uematsu, the guy who did the music for the first 9 Final Fantasy games.
First 10.
First 10? He did 10?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He did 10.
Okay.
10 was the last game I know of that he did all the music
I don't really
for.
count that as a Final Fantasy game, though. But he also did
10?
He also did the music
for
for
the last
2
Final
was the
Fantasy.
One that was fun to play,
Yeah.
but you never want to admit playing
Yeah,
it.
10-2 is just kind of... but...
Are you downloading it, Cabinet?
I have it downloaded.
Okay, let's go ahead. This is a message from Jon St. John to Cabinet. Go ahead and play it.
Okay, so here we go.
Hey, Cabinet, you know who this is? Damn right, it's Duke Nukem. Hail to the king, baby. So, little trouble with the pinball game, huh? You little pussy. Yeah, balls of fail. You know what, though? To be honest, it's like the Kobayashi Maru. Wasn't meant to be defeated. So you're not too fucked. Alright, come to the next MAGFest yourself, you pussy.
God damn it. God damn it.
That was a beautiful reaction.
I originally just wanted him to say, Cabinet, you have balls of fail.
Did you tell him about how much trouble I had with that thing?
I did.
As a note, I have, just in case I don't think I've mentioned before, but I tried to 1000 out of 1000 and send gamer score the Duke Nukem Forever game, and the worst achievement was having to get 1,000,000 points on pinball. I spent hours doing that. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful and horrible at the same time.
And the thing is, Lance was the one who gave me the idea, where he was just like, you just need to say balls of fail to Cabinet. And I was like, no, I will do a step better. I will get Jon St. John to say he has balls of fail.
Oh my god.
Jon St. John, he is one of the most awesome people I've ever met. When I saw him, Kaly got to meet him the other day. I got to do the recording for his panel. And once I saw him, he saw me, and it was just like, there you are. And we just hugged and got to talk for a bit. And Kaly, Kaly got to talk to him. And the other day, I got to play his demo of his voices. If you can't, or if you haven't heard it, go to, I think it's jsjprod.com or .org. Hold on, let me go onto his Facebook and get the exact one.
I've just been sitting here for the past 5 minutes now, just with my hand, just my head in my hands, and just going, Jesus Christ, that actually happened.
You have Jon St. John harassing you now. Like, yeah, JSJ Prod, like production, PROD.com, and you can go to his thing and listen to his demo of him doing various vocal characters. It's also I think you can look for it on YouTube.
Yeah, you showed it to me on the YouTube last night. We'll link it in the thread.
But man, he is just fun, and he was telling he did a bunch of like takeouts from Duke Nukem Forever.
Outtakes.
Or outtakes.
Takeouts.
I'm tired. I didn't sleep.
He got takeouts like so much. He got so much takeout from Duke Nukem.
He got takeout for everybody at his panel. But no, he did outtakes, and it was just like him like kind of flubbing some of the like phrases, like I'm gonna rip out your eyeballs and piss on your brain, and just him ad-libbing some stuff to where like it's like, I don't want to see that on eBay, you little shit. You little shit. He is just such an awesome guy. He is infamous here for like crashing room parties.
Oh yes.
And they asked him not to do that this year, but I think he's still gonna go do it. And last night he did a panel, which is right before I got him to record that right before that panel. He did the movie he did the panel What is the best movie ever and why is it Die Hard? But oh man, this MAGFest. What are we looking at on time though, real quick?
10 minutes.
10 minutes left or 10 minutes done? Okay.
No, we've only actually been in this for 10 minutes.
Oh.
But it's been an amazing. I mean, there's been some stress, but that's just because we're working hard and we have to get up early, and some of us are injured. But yeah, Rick and Kaly are both working in media operations. I don't think we've put Kaly in charge of a panel yet, but she's going to be working her and Rick are both working the Uematsu panel tomorrow. I put them in charge of that. But the thing is, okay, they are both media operations, and I stress this, and I don't say I am media operations, even though I am media operations, but I am also on call for security and tech ops, which is technical operations, of course, or technology operations. I'm the guy who's being called anytime something breaks. And actually, if you look
at any given time, he just will run off and go fix something and then come back.
I look out the window and there's like my silhouette, like on my Facebook picture, like projected onto a cloud, and I'm just like, they need me. And then like a pole opens up and drops out of a hole in the ceiling drops a pole, and then there's a hole in the floor, and I just take the pole down to the basement, which is odd because we're on the same floor as the place I need to go. So
it goes like a U, like you slide down the pole and you just like come up.
And somewhere behind you, Dongman goes running by.
Yeah. And the thing is, I was like really, really tired the other day, and so I'm sitting in there and I'm working on stuff. Oh, and you guys, if you actually look at my staff file, it says this guy can repair anything given the right tools and parts. And Hachi, who is the head of tech ops, that's his nickname, Hachi, but his name's Matt Reed. He's a really awesome guy. He goes, you need to tell a lot of all of these people that you are the go-to guy when it comes to fixing something, because I'm tired of them calling me. And I was like, well, I don't want them calling me. But yeah, I'll show you my staff file when we get in there. Nice. But okay, I was really, really tired, and I'm sitting there and I'm working on something, and someone walks in and it's like, oh, the sound across the hall's messed up. Someone fix it. And I was like, so I go across, and it's the Harry Partridge panel, and I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with the sound. And so I'm unplugging stuff, and I finally get the sound to work there. And as soon as I go, and as soon as my ass touches the chair, oh, panels 5, their sound's messed up. Someone go over there. So I was like, and I trudge over to panels 5, which is pretty far away. Not really far away, but I have to go down this hall and make a U, and it's just annoying. And so I get there, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, we're not getting this work. And so I mess around with it, and I fix that. And they're like, oh, you need to go up to panels 1. And then their escalator was broken, so I trudge up 2 flights of stairs, about 2 normal flights of stairs. It's 1 level, but it's high ceilings. So I get up there, and I'm trying to hook up someone's laptop to the sound. And the thing is, they don't have the right. The connectors are just slightly I guess the difference between metric and standard in the U.S. just slightly off to where they're not wanting to connect right. So I figured out just messing around with them that if I pull them out halfway, they connect. So I fixed that, and then I get down there oh, you need to go to panels 4. Their projector's doing some weird stuff, and then I'm just God damn it.
And you go down there, and it's just gained intelligence and started attacking the audience.
I'm God damn it, not again. Well, no, there was some weird problem. It was the red channel on their projector was out.
Huh.
And their sound wasn't going right. So I fixed that. And it was a weird panel where some guys were just watching wrestling. Something about wrestling.
There are some really strange panels.
Yeah. There was a panel that was basically the philosophical. Yeah, what was it?
Oh god, it was the philosophical
ramifications
storytelling
of DJ Cutman.
Well, it was about the Proto Men, and it was talking about the storyline of the Proto Men and what they're trying to say.
Yeah, apparently some guy had built the Proto Men, and then this other guy who used to work with them took control over them, and then this other guy had to defeat them, and then they became good and became a band, and then it happened 9 more times. The exact same thing.
And I mean, I'll be honest, I was just bored to tears during that panel. Other people seemed to be enjoying it and getting in on the conversation, but it was just not my thing.
Yeah. I mean, there are still a lot of awesome panels here, and just the game room, marketplace, the video room where you just sit there and you can watch. They've got episodes of Hey Ash, What's Your Plan?
And the game room always has something available to play.
And they've got DDR and other stuff, and they've got I think it's a Kinect hooked up to where you can see yourself projected on a wall, and you're playing Rabbids or something.
Game
well, there was that Raging Rabbids.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that's a Wii or an Xbox game.
It's both now.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I guess they were playing that on the Kinect, and they've got tournaments and LAN parties and
and if it's anything like last year, there's Super Smash Brothers set up everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, and
Everywhere.
there's treasure chests all over the place that are hidden that have items in it, and
I still haven't seen what the new coinage for this year is.
oh, me either. We're supposed to get some because
Bitcoins.
we're
Nice.
but we need to get our new shirts too.
Oh yeah.
There's save points where you just basically write down your information.
Yeah.
I want you die. Someone dies at MAGFest, and we just go to the last save point they checked in at, and resurrect them.
See now.
And the thing is, you actually as you're walking around the convention, you run into some of the celebrities they have here.
Yeah.
I've already been accosted by a couple of people. Were you there for that one guy? Kaly was.
Oh, for
that one guy who came up to me who was it was when I was buying the Pokeball.
Oh, yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy. I say accosted, that's a horrible word for it, but I don't like being noticed, so I tend to not wanna when Jon St. had said my name during his panel, and I was damn it, because I was holding up his sign saying oh, you've got 10 minutes left, and he's oh, Recon Die's got something back there, and I was no, don't say my name, just look at and he couldn't read it because it was on my iPad, it was just saying 5 minutes left, and
written in 12 size font.
No, it was as big as I could get it on my drawing program.
24. It was 24 size font.
Really? Because it was about.
No, it was actually about 200 size font, probably.
It only fits into Y from U.
Yeah.
It's a slideshow. It's you just hold the iPad up and it slides through YOU dot.
No, it just says 5 minutes, 5 men or 10 men. 5 men.
There are 5 men looking for you.
John, run! There's 5 men.
Run, John, run.
And he gets out his guns.
And it was funny because during his panel, this Duke Nukem impersonator came up, and he had such the most wrong voice for Duke Nukem.
Oh.
It's he gets up there and he's he's got this Nerf gun, and he's looking all big and badass, he works out a lot, and he's yeah, I was wondering if
he goes up, he's I have balls of steel. Actually,
He's like,
the more
I have
actu-
been eating Slenderman, and I need you to help me,
Oh.
Jon St. John, Duke Nukem. You must help me fight the Slenderman, and
actually they're more adamantium because they're tougher than yours.
even though they are like 10% the size. But yeah, he's one of the most awesome people.
So.
Harry Partridge seemed really nice, even though he was probably just a bit annoyed because the sound wasn't working and we were trying to get it. His fans were probably like wanting him to hurry up. The Hey Ash, What You Playing group, they're great. Who else have I gotten to meet today? There was Screw Attack, the Megas, which is a Mega Man tribute band. They're great.
Are they still here?
Yeah, the Megas.
Yeah, I actually have one of their CDs. Or 2 of them.
Are the Proto Men actually here this year?
Are they?
Yeah. Oh, and the best thing about
sure.
this. Okay, the best thing about this convention
I
this
saw
year.
them in Oklahoma
I
a
freaking
while
love
ago,
them.
but
The best thing about the convention this year, Crows was banned. The guy that my ex cheated on me with, who fucked up a lot of our shit last year, has been banned. Well, I wouldn't say banned. It's just if he wants to show up, he's not getting anything for free.
yeah, well, he's not allowed to staff either.
Yeah.
At all.
Oh, and you know what? I read someone. There's this thing that happened. Someone was like, yeah, we were trying to get a room for MAGFest. We're not staff, but your head guy, Crows, said that you could probably hook us up with a free room and some badges. And then like he had that the guy who's in charge had to write them back. It's like, no, Crows is not staffing this year. You need to talk to him and confront him about this, and that we cannot help you get free things. And normally we wouldn't anyway. It's just Crows is still pulling his cons.
Well, I would say now, to be honest, I would say that's probably just a person looking for a free ride, and they just dropped a name that they thought would be official enough.
Yeah.
No, Crows is the name dropper. Oh, we were going to make a piñata because last year at MAGFest we raised, or the convention raised, I don't know, like $200, $500, something like that.
You said about
$500 at the end of the convention because they auctioned off a chance to beat Crows. You were given Nerf weapons and you got to hit Crows with them. And that raised a lot of money, but since I figured Crows was going to be banned this year, I was going to make a piñata, and I was going to fill it with candy and some other things. The thing is, if anyone who knows Crows knows that like he has a lot of connections that he makes from kissing ass. Like, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, the Megas, some other groups like Shark Robot. And the thing is, he's always like, oh, yeah, I know this guy here, I know this guy here. He's always dropping names. And I was going to put little slips of papers with various names in the piñata. When you crack it open, not only does it drop candy, it drops names. It's very fitting. And we could have auctioned off the piñata or, a chance to break or beat the piñata. But okay, we are starting.
Yes.
We're probably out of time, but we should do these questions real quick.
Yeah,
before
we'll just
go.
do these questions really
Next week. Answer me these questions 3. All right. Do you want to? Okay, I'll ask. I guess we'll. Okay, this one's the last one's directed at me, but these other 2 are just, I guess, general.
We'll go with the one directed at you.
Yeah, I'll do that one last.
Okay.
You read the first one, the middle one, and then you read the last one.
Okay. Well, what's your favorite abridged series if you like them at all? And that's from Dave.
Dave, you jackass. Yeah, it's like, oh, this won't cause any strife for Recon.
Yeah.
I used to actually like Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged back when I was friends with the guy who made it, because I was supporting him and I really wanted it to do well before he was consumed by it. I do like Dragon Ball Z Abridged. They do have some funny bits. I love their Make a Man Out of You song.
Pretty funny,
but a lot of the others are just really horrible, and it's just people jumping on that bandwagon back when that was really popular, and I don't like a lot of them.
I've never been a really big fan of them. I mean, they're funny every now and then, but someone has to force me to sit down and watch them.
Holly?
I vaguely recall watching. Oh God, what was it? It was a Tales of game one. The one that.
Symphonia?
No,
No?
they made an
Abyss?
anime of. Yes.
Abyss.
I vaguely recall watching the first couple
Why would
episodes of one. It was
someone making
fairly
a
entertaining.
bridge series of that? That's just weird.
There's a Sailor
There
Moon
were
one.
some good in-jokes in it, actually. I kind of forgot about it when school started reaming me again, and I don't know.
To be fair, I mean, after a while, you kind of run out of popular series.
Yeah.
Because everyone else.
Well, no,
is doing them.
there's like 8 different abridged series of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh yeah.
Not just Yu-Gi-Oh. Like I don't mean like the other seasons. I mean just like the
Right.
first season that Lil Karibo started.
That's even worse.
And there's like 4 or 5 of Dragon Ball and. But yeah, what's yours?
I
Catman?
don't really follow one. I used to watch, of course, the Yu-Gi-Oh one, but I stopped watching after the jokes. I just stopped watching when the jokes became less about the story and more about, hey, look, Mark's gay, kind of thing. I watched a Pokemon one, but that was awful, and I dropped that. And then I watched the Dragon Ball Z, which, as far as I remember, was still pretty good. I just stopped watching it.
Yeah, I think there's some of the people from. Oh no, I know Kerbifer. I don't think he's done the voice. He's not. He does Brawltons, but I think he had done something on Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged or Dragon Ball Z Abridged. He's here.
I think it was Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Yeah.
I think he was.
I saw him earlier.
Yeah, I see him walking around. I mean, I used to really like the guy, but I think since the tension, like he's friends with my ex, and I think like she's probably like made him hate me just because I know she. Yeah. But yeah, I guess that does that question.
Right.
That's from Dave Shane from the forums. We've had him on as a guest. He was on the last 2 episodes of last season.
Yep. So we'll move on to the next question then?
Yes.
So that's you.
It's you.
No, the next question is the second. No, oh yeah, I asked that one. Okay, sorry. I thought I asked the first one. Have any of you wanted to buy the Wii U once it comes out?
Yes and no. Because I'll be honest, I really don't think new systems are a good idea right now. I think that the big problem is Nintendo needs to focus more on software that's attractive. And I mean, a big example with this, and I've talked about this a lot. I keep bugging friends about this, but there are some really great games that they came out with in Japan that Nintendo of America just keeps denying they'll ever bring here. And one of them was Xenoblade Chronicles, which is by the people who did Xenosaga and Xenogears, this company called Monolith Soft, who just recently got absorbed into Nintendo. They keep like bouncing from company to company. And
although I will say, just to cut in, they did actually release in Europe, if I'm right.
Yes, they did, and they're like a lot of these games that they're not releasing in America, they're releasing in Europe, which is an even bigger kind of FU. They actually did finally say, okay, we're going to release it, and they're going to be releasing it around April. Like the current theorized release date is April 2nd. But
the day after April Fool's Day.
Yeah, but we're not entirely
just
sure.
Kidding.
But like some other games like Last Story, which is by the original creator of Final Fantasy who left Squaresoft, they're planning on it for Europe and still haven't really said anything about North America. And there's one other game that's on the Project Rainfall or Operation Rainfall, list, but I don't really care as much about that one because I don't know.
Well, I'm probably going to get it just because I'm always someone who tries to have all the systems.
Yeah.
If it'll play Wii games, I'll definitely get it. I used to take my Wii with me to the horse house back when I dated her, and it got horribly trashed on the trip from Oklahoma to California. And I wanted to get the new black one, but I mean, if the Wii U will play Wii games, I will get that.
You know, another problem I have with the Wii U, just out of the bat,
it sounds like the chick from Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Well, Wii U is actually kind of a funny name when you think about it. But
Well, yeah, it was originally supposed to just be the Wii 2, but
Yeah.
in Japan that translates because the number for 2 is ni, so it was the Wii ni.
yeah.
And I don't think that really they wanted that called that in
But
America.
one of the things that I'm kind of concerned about is the
Because you have Japanese guys come to your door, we want to play with your Wii ni.
yeah.
Like the Wii commercial.
I'm kind of concerned about the downloadable games, the virtual console and all that. Like,
Well, hopefully they transfer over.
yeah, that's kind of
Well,
my
they
hope,
did.
but I don't.
They did something along the lines with the DSi and 3DS, if I'm right, didn't they?
Yeah. But only like out of like the 10 games I had downloaded onto my DSi, one was like playable
Yeah.
on the 3DS, and it was Oregon Trail. No, it wasn't Oregon Trail. It was like Bejeweled Twist.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Nintendo just have the problem that Sony have. Well, Sony has less of a problem with it, but they're Japanese companies and they don't get how to do online.
Yeah.
I don't like if I can just like say my own thoughts. I think
Yeah.
it's a good idea, but I would much rather if they stopped with the gimmicks and like gave me a controller that I could like fit in my hands and could sit and play rather than having to move around, because I didn't like that about the Wii.
Well, yeah, but that's the other thing. These other companies, Microsoft and Sony, have been trying to recreate the Wii, and the whole gimmick thing was just part of the Wii. You can't really just resell that,
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, why would I buy a Kinect when I already have the Wii? There's no point.
Kaly, your thoughts?
I'm kind of siding with Rick on this one for the most part, because I've been waiting for some good new RPGs or monster collectors or something in terms of gaming content from the Nintendo company for a long damn time, and it seems like they just keep falling short on that.
I got you, Joker!
Yeah, but
I had to talk to them forever to get that.
But even using that as an example, the Dragon Quest Monsters Joker 2 game that they finally caved on after, I think it was released for a couple of years in Japan. They brought the vanilla version over when they had made an expanded version with over 100 extra monsters and extra content and extra gameplay added to it that Japan got that we never got. So we're screwed for that now. And they're really bad about their imports and bringing the nicer versions of games over here, like you were saying with Europe stuff.
Yeah, well, see, lately it seems like they'll bring just about any game that they've made out in, Europe and Australia, but Nintendo in America is just kind of forgotten. And
We don't
I
like
don't
them
know.
Japanese people. They keep giving us hentai and anime, which is just hentai dressed up with clothes on. They need to stop sending us this stuff that makes me that makes the people so aroused. Because that just ain't Christian. I don't want to see this. What is this? This yaoi with boys kissing. I don't want to see cartoon versions of that. Christian.
I might have had a thought after that, but my brain is just struggling to keep. Oh wait, all right, off that track.
Well, that blows whatever joke I was going to make completely out of the water. Oh God.
Did you have something to say, Colin?
Give my brain a second. I'm not thinking on it. I'm trying to get over that hump. Oh.
Night, everybody.
Well, okay. Long story short, Nintendo has really disappointed me lately for just putting out new games that aren't either recycled versions of old stuff that was a hit, which I like enough. I got the Star Fox 3DS thing because that was a cool N64 game, but god dang, guys, get something new. Give me a new RPG. Give me something.
And with the 3DS, that was that's about the only reason I haven't really been trying to save up for one of those is there's really no games that are currently out that I'm that interested in that I don't already have.
Excuse me, I've got 20 Game Boy Advanced games and But the point I'm trying to make, I probably executed that joke, is that the only decent games that are playable on the 3DS right now are games that were released on the NES and the GBA.
And the 64.
64.
Well, no, I mean the ones that they gave away for free.
Mario 64.
Which, the thing is, the only game that I really want for the 3DS right now is Ocarina of Time 3D, and I already have like 5 different versions of that in my gaming shelf, so...
Yeah.
But this one's 3D.
Yes, and it's got a backwards Master Quest.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Nintendo.
All right, let's move on to the last question, and then
Yes.
we'll wrap up the podcast.
And this is directed to Recon. Have you ever decided to name the green team yet?
And read the
Oh,
rest of
okay.
it.
Well, the guy who submitted this question, the last question, Jared Jurelies, he said, I would prefer to call him Team Strata until he...
Strata.
I prefer to call him Team Chaotix.
There's going to be some realization about them. I do work out everything I'm going to. It's not like I just insert random things and be like, yeah, I'll deal with that later. Anytime I put in something like that, I do have like background and their names already completed. I won't say that though. I won't tell you what they're going to be called because that's a huge spoiler, and their name becomes it's real horrible. A lot of people keep thinking though that Wally is their leader. Wally has nothing to do with them directly. He's just there, like, with Brendan and May, and the only thing that the interaction is only involved is just, like, because, they're bad guys, and since everybody, like, Brendan and Wally and May are, I guess they could be called protagonists. They're the ones who have to deal with the bad guys. But, yeah, everything about the quote-unquote green team is already, like everything is already completed on that. Even, like, a lot of the character sprites. Like names of of the people you see, the character sprites, other stuff. I've already got that all finished. I just have to get to that part in the story, which is increasingly difficult with school. I meant to actually do a lot of updates like over the week, over the Christmas break, but I was like, nah. I'm gonna sleep. I need to relax. I'm gonna play video games with my buddy Cabinet, and then like.
It's all Cabinet's
I'm
fault.
gonna get the blame now. I'm gonna get like the hate mail.
Here's what happened though, like the DVD player on my Xbox stopped working, and then I'm like, crap, I'm gonna play Steam games. It's like, no, the universe has decided you will make comics. I'm gonna play Steam games, and the universe is like, fuck.
No, I have nothing to do with this. Okay, the Xbox broke. We got to play like 2 hours of Saints Row, and that was it.
No, I mean, my Xbox works. Saints Row 2 is downloaded. You just would never play it with me.
I was busy. I was busy.
You were busy playing Trains with a Z.
Oh, that is I didn't actually touch that yet, but that video, as I said before, I said at the start, but goddamn, watch that video.
Yeah. But, alright, that concludes, I guess, episode 1 of season 2 of the Pokemon X podcast, live from MAGFest-X in beautiful National Harbor, Maryland. Where's the balming? Oh, let me go touch the window. Where's the balming? 54 degrees outside. Oh, and there's no clouds. Well, there's some clouds, but it looks like it might be a nice day. There were people walking down by the street outside our window, and they just looked up to me as I was like. There were these 2 girls carrying coffee, and they just I just kind of open up the curtain dramatically and look out there, and they just both kind of stop and go.
They run off screaming.
They're like, at least he's intense this time.
Off the rails.
But all right, join us next week for talk about whatever we were going to talk about.
Wait, we're doing this shit next week? No, I'm joking.
We might have a longer season for season 2. I don't know.
Depends if we're busy.
And we'll have even better guest stars than Rick.
We might have Lance. Wait, no, you said better, didn't you? Sorry. Sorry.
I said guest. Oh, wait. I said guest star. He's full-time guest. We may have Kaly back if she doesn't go insane from the school year.
That's a big if.
And totally block out all social connections to get done with school. We probably might have Rick back, who is now wearing a towel as a muffler. He is now a common writer.
Googly eyes.
I thought I was already a Common Rider.
And as
Common
usual,
Rider Xeros.
We will have Cabinet and me.
Yes. Listen, if there's one person you can count on who will always be in the podcast, it's Recon.
Yeah, because I'm a
Yeah.
loser. You're not supposed to agree.
I had places to go that week. I had connections abroad.
You don't have friends. You're not allowed to have friends.
Oh.
And I don't want to hear your sex stories abroad. Like, I had connections abroad.
That was a bad pun.
Yeah,
That
I
was
know.
a terrible pun.
But all right, I need to take a shower and start my day, Cabinet. So
Okay.
let's end this.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Yep. See ya next week.
Bye, everybody.
She blinded me with science.
Off the rails.